goalie for tonight, John?
Coley.
Any lineup changes?
Emil's out, Z is in.
Is that injury related for him?
No.
You talked a little bit about Jamie Drysdale. It was with him. Is it just mostly decision making? There was a little hesitation in his game. I know earlier. Is it just his decision making, and how do you maybe coach that?
Decision making, seeing the ice. To me, the whole game. And it's not. I'm not trying to criticize him. It's just that he has to learn how to play. I thought, I looked at his first game. It was okay. I thought it was better before watching tape. His last game, I didn't think he was. I didn't think he was bad, but when I watched the tape, I thought he was really good. And because of that, you look at the fourth goal. Is it the fourth goal? It's TK's goal, fourth goal. He kills the play. He makes a decision, chases the wall on the far side, chases the wall, breaks up the play. It goes to Seals. Seals makes a great little dump play into just an area of the ice, and Beezer makes a great pass to TK. It all starts because Jamie makes a decision. He doesn't stay in between. He attacks the play, kills the play. We get the puck, we score. It, to me, is a really big goal after they scored their first goal to make it 3-1. I watch him in the last game be even more aggressive as far as just jumping up the ice. He's all over the place. And I said I was encouraged the first game. It was okay as I broke it down, but the second game, he stuck out to me. And I just don't want him to be afraid to make a mistake. I want him to make quick decisions. Don't always, especially with the puck, don't always look for the second and third option. If the play's there, make it. And then get up the ice. And I thought he was very aggressive that way in his second game.
You've used the word surfing with him. Can you clarify what that means? I don't want us to get out a whiteboard. Surfing is basically checking forward. When you don't have the puck, instead of a defenseman coming off the blue line and just accepting the rush, we want you surfing forward. We want for you to set your route. It's a surf. I know no one uses it. It's the word I've always used, is you surf up, forward, skate forward. I don't think defensemen have to skate backwards all the time and try to break up plays right away, maybe 10 feet inside the blue line. If it doesn't happen, you surf out of there and you accept the rush. He had a couple of really good surfs as far as breaking plays. So it's all under the heading of checking forward. It's foreign for some D. I think D always think they have to come off the back end, off the blue line when they see maybe an odd man rush. I think you can break it up even if it's an odd man. To me, the best player in the game that has done that is Duncan Keith when he played for Chicago. He was, I'm not sure what Joel called it, but I call it surfing.
With regards to Emile Andre, obviously, you were very complimentary of Nick Seeler for jumping in, as a result of that hit. But the hit itself, do you put some of that on Emile to be more aware of the situation, be aware of who's on the ice and protect himself more?
Yeah, I think I don't think that player is a dirty player. I think he's a pretty honest guy. I'm watching him play, and I know a little bit about him because I know talking to the coaches that have coached him. Plays like that happen. Emile's smaller, right? And sometimes that's just how it happens. I think in our league, not just Emile, I think all our players, I think the league itself, there's such a weakness in just being aware of you're going to get hit. Because I think the league's turned into a no-hit league. And then all of a sudden there's a hit and you're not ready for it. Coming across the middle of the ice, I watch some players come across like they don't think anything's going to happen. And most of the time it doesn't because it's a no-hit league. I think it's a really important skill for all National Hockey League players, and it's a big part of being a good team is taking a hit, but also being ready to take that hit so you don't get into a bad spot. I think that art is gone because I think the game's changed so much.
Does that play into why you're maybe giving him a chance to watch a game, or is it other stuff too?
No, I just don't think Emile's played well for a little while. Easy.
John, with your goaltending situation, I know you said you guys need to keep evaluating Kolosov, Fedotov, and see where it goes, but Do you guys maybe have a timeline for when you want to get down to 2 and maybe send one down?
I don't have a time. That Danny and I have talked about that. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but I do have it figured out. I mean, Ursa's our number 1, Coley's our number 2, and Feds is our number 3. That's been decided. I've talked to Feds. I've talked to all the goalies about where we're at. Now, the mechanics of Feds and all that, that falls a little bit with Danny, and we're having conversations about that. Still got to check out Urs, make sure he stays healthy. I mean, that's a question mark. We got to wait and see what happens there.
We talked about the other day how you've been rolling your forward lines for a while now. Is this the most comfortable you've felt maybe with your forward lines?
I think the lines have been consistent in their play, it all predicated off of because I want to keep Cates, Bobby Brink, and Forrester together. I thought it was a really good line, and the other lines kind of fell off of that. I've gone with Coots, Beezer, and TK for a little bit. They've been okay, So I think you guys look to think I'm going to I want to change the lines. I would love to be able to keep the lines together, and the way the team has played, even though we've lost some along the way here the past few games, I think the lines have been good. I changed them up the other night when I thought we were a little bit a little stale, but I wanted to come back with them because I think they've been pretty consistent, both with the puck and without it.
Is this the most comfortable you've maybe, or confident you've seen Joel Farabee with this game, with that pass that he made to connect me on his straight goal? I mean,
yeah,
we talked a lot about his emotions can kind of come up.
Yeah, I think he's been. We talk about him. Was it the last? I think he could have just thrown it in an open net when he passes back. Remember the play, TK? Just throw it in the net. I want him to be more of a shooter too. He has shown us, and for quite a while now, that he can make a play. Beezer's a good player, but I need him to score some goals here too. I think he's complemented those two really well. I don't talk to him a lot about how he's feeling, about confidence, but I think his play has dictated the ice time that he's getting, even though a lot of the numbers haven't been put up. It was frustrating for me to see that play when I watched it in between periods. I mean, just throw the puck in the net instead of trying to make an extra play to TK, because it's a wide open net. I want to see him bury some chances, and on your question, to maybe gain some confidence that way in scoring goals.
With the Andre Zamul decision, I know you said Emil hasn't played as well as you guys would like. How much is it also about getting Zamul back in? I know you guys have said you don't want to forget about him.
Yeah, and we're not, and but it's still. I'm not going to keep on. I'm not going to alternate the D like I was doing with the goalies as we were waiting for Urs. I think Emil deserved to play. When I took Z out, I don't think he was playing terribly. Whenever you ask me about Z, I say it to you guys every day. It's the speed of the game. I want him to play faster. That's what holds him back as far as being a mainstay in our lineup. But I think Andre's fought it. It's been a little bit of a struggle with the puck. It's been a struggle without the puck. And we got to be careful when we're developing a guy like that. He comes in here like gangbusters, right? Charlie's talking about him being a top 4D and all that. It's such a small sample that we have to be careful that we don't hurt his development as we keep on working our team.
To play off of that, John, a little bit in terms of the speed of the game with Zamula, Jamie and Cam York both said when they got their first game back, it was a little hard to get back to the speed. So, how do you maybe evaluate when he's not playing?
Z?
And
Z's a different animal for me when it comes to that. Defense it's a really tough position to get back into, especially the Yorkie lost some time in Jamie. Z has played slow since he's been here. I just think I want him to process it quicker here so it gets quicker in his hands and legs. That's what he's been more consistent playing that way than playing fast. So it's not him coming into the lineup. He needs to change his game and to play with speed. He sees the ice. He makes good plays. He's defending better. Still want to see him be more aggressive in killing plays and being quicker there too. But I just think that's the way he's been as a National Hockey Leaguer, as a guy not playing fast. We're trying to play as fast as possible. We're playing faster than we did our first year, so much faster than we did our first year. When we changed our style last year, It's just taken on a life of its own, and now we've grown with it. Z has got to follow along with us, or it's going to be a struggle for him.